On this virtual tour stop, we are standing in another plantation of a species other than loblolly pine. If you look around with this 360 video, I hope you notice this isn't pine in here. We're actually standing in a 21-year-old plantation of green ash. It's established on Keenanville Sandy Loam on a terrace site a couple hundred yards away from the Neuse River in Goldsboro, North Carolina, on the Cherry Research Farm. Quadratic mean diameter in this particular plantation is right around 6. Heights are between 35 and 40, kind of like at the bald cypress plantation that you may or may not have seen in another video. If you haven't, you should watch that video. The cypress plantation is pretty cool. This was planted at the same planting density, so 8 by 10 spacing for 544 trees per acre, and the objective was to go ahead and try to grow high quality green ash saw logs on this site. But let's take a look around. Again, 360 video, you can pan around and take a look at what we have. I want to point out two things. One is overall the stem quality in here just isn't great. We get a lot of trees that fork under 16 feet, so that's really going to degrade our ability to pull a high quality butt log out of that tree. Which kind of defeated the purpose of the plantation. That said, there's 20 or 30 per acre in here that actually do have pretty good form, so we probably still would have done pretty well financially on this site. The other thing that I want to point out is you've probably noticed that the crowns are looking a little sorry in here, and we also have some epicormic branching coming off of these green ash trees. The reason for that is this stand is just completely eaten up with emerald ash borer. So we have a very high population of those in here. They were first noticed in 2014, 2015. We think they were probably there a little bit before then, and they're just kind of moving through these plantations and taking out the trees. Some seem to be doing okay. Like some of these trees still have decent crowns and aren't even showing epicormic branching, but they're very rare. This was also woods run seed to grow these seedlings, so it's not like we don't really know which family's which or anything, but a majority of the trees do have it and are starting to die. The population was so high in here that if you look at this is actually a little carrier for a parasitic wasp that was released out here. So there was some research conducted on this site looking at, I think, a couple of different parasitic wasps to see if those could be used to biologically control emerald ash borer in this site. But they're moving through here pretty quick. We're not expecting this plantation to be standing a whole lot longer, unfortunately. But just wanted to give you a quick video of a 21-year-old green ash plantation planted on a terrace site. Quality wasn't necessarily what we wanted on most of the stems, but overall it was fine on certain stems. But I guess this is kind of one warning to the perils of relying only on plantation forestry, is if you end up with a pest that prefers whatever species you have a plantation of, as you see here, this is going to be a problem. You know, 20 years of growth, and honestly, some of this is pulpwood, some of this isn't quite pulpwood yet, so not a good thing to get ash borer in this site. But go ahead and take another look around, and I'll shut this video off before the F-15 flying from the airbase flies over and drowns out my voice.